You knew all the time, didn't you?
Yes.
You knew when you and Mr. Dahl were here telling me what you thought I should do and shouldn't do.
Rod, you've got to understand.
I have no understanding left, Father. Allison's in the hospital unconscious. She could have died. What's the matter with you? Why didn't you tell me?
I came here with Mr. Dahl earlier today to get your well-thought-out decisions on matters that I consider to be of extreme importance to you and your defense.
Allison is of extreme importance to me, and you know it.
I didn't feel that you could think clearly and rationally if you knew that she'd been hurt.
When are you going to stop managing my life? What do I have to do to make you stop it? I'm a big boy now, Dad. I'm big enough to be charged with murder, and if they find me guilty, they're not going to sentence me to a spanking or take away my allowance.
I'm sorry, Rod. I thought I was acting in your best interest.
I've got to see Allison. I've got to know for myself what's happened to her, what her chances are. Dad, you've got to get me out of here.
Well, I've been in favor of trying for bail all along, as you know. I'm glad you've changed your mind about that.
Well, everything's different now.
I hope you've also reconsidered my other suggestion. I still think it's wise to have the trial moved into another county.
Dad, this isn't one of your business deals. I don't want to negotiate with you.
I know what I'm talking about, Rod. You won't get a fair trial in this town.
When you say you don't trust the people in this town to give me a fair trial, that's your problem, not mine.
It's our problem. Who sees the difference? That's the whole point.
For the last time, I don't want the trial moved. No deals, understand? Oh, Dad, why do you make me fight with you?
I'll do my best.
Dad, listen, if you can't get me bail, get me something. An hour a day to see her, to be with her.
I'll do my best, Rod.
Dan! Dan!
Peyton hired me, he expressed confidence in my judgment. Now, I'm exercising my judgment. You've seen what these losses are lately. I can't afford the luxury of waiting any longer.
And I can't authorize funds for changes Martin Peyton has not approved.
Well, I'm only asking for enough money to finance an estimate.
I can't even authorize that.
But the man is too ill to deal with anything. What are we supposed to do? Let the mill go into bankruptcy?
I've told you before, I'm not sure that's a foregone conclusion.
I'm sure. I'm the one who has to live with that curve on the graph.
Then why don't you do as Mr. Peyton asks and mail the report to him? At least you'll get his initial reaction.
Oh, because I can't afford... I can't afford to have that report misinterpreted. How would you like to conduct Rodney's defense by mail?
Well, that's a little different.
No, it's not different. You're asked to protect the life of a boy. I'm asked to protect the life of an industry that's vital to this community. The principle is the same.
Frankly, David, I can't give this my full attention right now.
So we just let things slide. Tell me something. Is this a war of nerves? Is this Martin Peyton's way of saying by his silence, pack your bags, David Schuster?
Why would he want you to pack your bags?
I helped put his grandson behind bars.
I doubt if that's the issue here.
Well, whatever the issue is here, we're wasting a lot of time. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's pay or play. I have no objection to settling my contract.
David Schuster, isn't it?
Yes.
Leslie Harrington.
How do you do?
I've got to see you right away, Ted. I'm sorry to interrupt like this.
Yes, that's all right. Incidentally, I want to tell you that I'm sorry about Rodney. He's a fine boy.
Well, thank you, and thank you for giving him that job at the mill. It meant a great deal to him. He romanticizes starting at the bottom.
Great American dream.
I'm afraid his dream has turned into something else.
I'll call you later, Ted.
Right.
Mr. Harrington, I'd like to talk to you sometime.
I look forward to it.
He called this morning.
Now, I know you've got other clients, Ted.
What happened to your head?
Oh, the preoccupied Ted Dow. I bent down to get in my car and forgot it had a roof. Dr. Rossi insisted on making it look important.
Then it's not serious.
No.
I've seen Rodney. He knows about Allison. We've got to arrange for bail.
It's bound to come up sooner or later. Maybe we should have told him.
We handled it the only way we could. Now, Rodney wants out of that cell, and we're going to get him out. I want you to go to the Court of Appeals. If that doesn't work, we'll try something else.
I can file a writ if that's what you want, but there isn't any something else. Securing bail is a matter of due process.
We'll have to accelerate that process.
There are simply no strings to pull this time.
We'll see.
You realize, of course, that if they should grant bail, it'll probably be in the neighborhood of 6 figures.
I know. Let me worry about that. No, I'm going out of town. You file that writ today.
Where are you going?
I'd rather not tell you, Ted. You've got enough on your mind.
Leave it alone, Leslie.
I'm not built that way. I'll see you when I get back.
Elliot, Mr. Schultz said you wanted to talk to me before I saw Constable.
Yes, look, sit down, sit down. I probably should be saying this to both of you, but, tell you the truth, I don't think Connie's in any state to take what I'm about to say.
Has there been any change in Allison's condition?
Well, no. That's what I want to talk to you about. I think most people can handle an emergency or a crisis, but, well, here we're kind of playing a waiting game. It can be frustrating for all of us, even for the doctors. See, Allison is alive, and there's every indication it thinks she'll stay alive. But a victim of a subarachnoid hemorrhage either dies or shows some marked improvement the first couple of days.
Well, does that mean that Allison has passed the first hurdle?
Well, her chances of survival are good.
But?
Well, either spontaneously or because of the accident. There's been a rupturing of a blood vessel. Now, some of this blood has entered the cavity and very substance of the brain. And the bleeding now has communicated with the spinal fluid.
Well, you knew that the first night.
Well, I'm just trying to explain the background to you.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I know how you feel.
What about surgery, Mike?
Well, right now, her condition is better than that. The bleeding is stopped now.
You say that like it could start again.
Well, it could. Look, Allison is a very healthy young woman. That's on our side. All we have to worry about is how much blood there is in the brain.
When will you know that?
Not until the blood pressure, the heartbeat, other vital functions of the body start reacting normally again. Right now, her body's responding to the initial shock of the accident. When that response subsides, then we'll be able to tell how much damage has been done.
And when, Mike? When?
I don't know. I think we're just going to have to accept the fact that she's going to be in a comatose condition for a period of time.
You can't tell me for how long.
No. Elliot, it's as difficult for me to say as it is for you to hear. I feel like some kind of a baseball player standing up there at the plate. I've got the equipment, the experience, the technology, but I can't do anything until that ball comes flying up at me.
Oh, we don't even have that satisfaction, Mike. We just stand here and watch.
Why don't you just go home? You can't do anything standing outside the door watching us troop in and out.
All right. All right.
I'll get Connie.
Stay with me a while.
You've been here all night now. Why don't we go home for a while?
Oh, not yet. Not yet. Just a little longer.
Just a little longer.
Well, I think that'll be time enough.
Thanks, Mike.
Excuse me.
preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
You see, the doctors don't let their cases get to them.
Yeah, well, Allison's a kind of a special case.
Well, in Rodney's statement to the police, he said, quote, "I had to stop Chernak from tormenting my brother."
You're lying. He never said that.
I put bread on the table for your wife, your daughter, your son. Do you understand?